pour one out for Gus. He's dead. Don't even
Gus has died.
not
Long
even
live Gus.
not even complete. His lineage is one thing I'm not completely sure on. Did Gus have descendants? Seems like everybody else does. Even
It's
Rich.
kind of weird
Rich appears to
because,
have.
like, yeah,
Like freaking
Kelvin.
yeah, Kelvin does. It seems like a freaking William Knight has grandchildren.
I'm
Fake.
sorry, fake Gustav arrives. I'm
Fake.
not ready for that.
Well, it's either that or Rich has a child.
Return of the egg.
It's like whichever direction we go, we're gonna have bombshells. She won't let me. Yeah, it won't let me go to Laupol's because I didn't have a party last scenario. So there wouldn't be anyone to actually go into town. I'm pressing buttons randomly because I want to look at... Oh, no, it's over here. That's right. Here's the Chronicle, which we have yet to expand beyond this. The Chronicle is 900 years behind current time.
Wow. Do you?
I'm looking if there's like a turn.
Do you think that indicates that we've simply, like, not completed, but a mere fraction of what this game is?
I mean, if this game's 90 hours long, I'm here for it. Okay.
To be playing this game until we're in the grave.
That fits with the theming.
Yeah.
Fake Gustav or egg?
Egg. Let's do egg.
Rich has a child? Meanwhile.
Return of the egg. I think the egg is like the closest thing to a continuous storyline that we've gotten from this game so far, really.
It's like a Dragon Ball. An evil Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Oh. What are you having? Lunch?
What are you having? A cold one. Like.
Oh, it's the egg
Oh, right,
girl.
that's the lady that we just met. Wow.
Rich, you numbskull? Don't.
Wow, what a dumbass. I guess that's kind of consistent with Will Knights. Except when Will Knights would, like, put his foot in his mouth, it was kind of charming.
Yeah, he was very earnest. Is there anybody else I can steal from?
What was that lady's name? I forget. We met her last time.
Shit!
Was that Diana? I think that was Diana.
Yeah, that was Diana, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh look, that's cute. The shutters flow in the wind. The breeze blows them.
Oh yeah, I love little shit like that.
This game's full of that.
The interior design of people's, like, just houses and decoration. It's really wonderful.
Okay, let me look at check my sword. No, I was training him on lances, so we're good. We're good. Although I should probably buy a sword just so that if I run into a sword user, I can have one. I was running low on swords because I got rid of all my swords because nobody used swords, but then suddenly people used swords. Well, let's run after this new piece of tail who has the egg.
We're kind of fated to do that eventually, given limited inventory space, right?
Yeah, just run into that problem.
Girl from before.
Oh, she was fucking with us. Because the senior knight, he was the one who resolved to kill whoever held the egg. But Richard said he refused that.
And, like, Will even tried to drill it into him. It's like, no, this is very important. You have to kill them.
You are in no position to make such claims, scum. Do you fancy young... What can you do? Oh.
Get my way.
She's just like a party member.
Rich.
I can make her dance.
Rich. Oh, that's nice.
Thanks for the sub, Burnt Head. She's also just like a clown. Well, let's go talk to our girlfriends or wife. We just have to explain to her that we had to go threaten a woman because she holds a mystical object that...
Oh, there she is.
Yeah, she's at the pier.
Diana, listen to me. I don't want to.
Oh, she actually does get it. Okay. Look at her smolder. Egg?
Egg?
I will return by the time the baby is born. Famous last words.
Well, I mean, that's good, right? Like,
yeah,
promising to help out with the raising and everything. Although
he's totally
he'll probably
dead.
need a lot of assistance leading up to that point. So, you know, kind of still a bum time to run. Oh, Misty's plot.
Yeah, we're not doing Misty's plot.
All right.
We're doing.
You cannot.
It's fake Gustav.
You can't help but want to.
I mean, if they
get the fake Gus.
If they throw a bombshell on us like fake Gustav, then I have to.
I know.
Oh man, he dissolves.
It broke the menu. What?
We're straight into a battle.
Okay. Wow.
Bandits fighting what looks like a band of warrior women.
Bandits. Prepared to die.
Do you remember that part of Two Worlds? Whenever Two Worlds would come up to a group of bandits and say, "Ah, bandits." That's like one of the three things I remember about the game.
I didn't do much more after, like, fake speedrunning it up to a point where the trick doesn't work because it was a different version of the game. And then, like, playing it for, like, 2 hours after such a thing. Well, these guys only have, like, 100 hit points, right?
Master Gustav.
I'm not gonna die here.
Nights into Dreams would have been a better stream title. This is the planes at the beginning of the game took place on. They reused it. Good for them. So gotta save space.
Plop.
Who's this? You don't look like much more than an NPC.
What a bizarre scene.
This guy is clad in steel.
Whoa, what? That guy can change his palette?
Okay, casting magic means you're definitely not Gustav.
Yeah.
Only had brainless subordinates. Oh, this is some kind of egg wielder.
Mmm.
So there's some kind of Dracula. That character was definitely a Dracula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's doing this witness me.
He seems to believe that there is something to gain from naming himself the successor of Gustav. And indeed, his name is Gustav now.
His name
Look
he's
at that.
going by Gustav. Idolritter. Sargon.
Yeah, I think the guy is doing a witness me kind of thing.
Yeah, or at least the bandit at the beginning was in the. Just chrome up. Here's my piece of chrome that proves I'm dying. To exterminate the monsters. So Sargon. There's a character named Sargon.
That's unfortunate.
Not a fan of Mesopotamians. To cast a rainbow.
There's an infamous YouTuber
Yes.
who goes by that name, so
I've stricken
I
that
really
person
want
from the
nothing to
record,
do.
though. To me, that man does not exist. Instead, I think of the They Might Be Giants song. We're the Mesopotamians. I don't remember the lyrics.
That's a far more pure thing to do. I am permanently aware of my enemies.
Ah.
You can understand this, but I don't take it personally, which has helped me survive.
So we have Misty's plot, or Idolritter.
Idolritter.
There was one more, wasn't there? To cast a rainbow.
Cast a rainbow. Okay, let's do this one so that we don't forget.
Yeah. Wonder who this is.
Let's just bounce around so that we continue to be baffled.
This is another Rich story.
Huh. Oh, look. I thought he said Lord Rich, and I'm like, what? He's already a lord? Good God.
Awe-inspiring towers. It's this person's homeland. Speaking of Mesopotamians. Okay, Rich is vowing.
Why would you promise that? What?
He's getting paid. That's why he promised. Julia. Okay, this is 5 years before Rich is with child.
Okay. Man. I feel like it should be almost illegal to bounce around like that.
Okay, fossil tool is better. She's not even a flame user. If she was, then we would be better off anyways, because she would be casting Firestorm. Instead, she appears to be a water wizard. Let's see what arts she comes with. Just cross slash.
Huh.
Well, you're about to. You have some tree arts, so you're now a Heaven and Hell and Tornado Blade user. And tree for life water. And I guess wasn't one of these. Yeah, Aqua Viper. You can have Aqua Viper.
Ooh, strong versus frogs.
Just give you a tree branch or cross branch. I had told the stream to unhost before. Okay, it got stuck on host mode. I unhosted before the stream started, which is probably why it did that. Really, the host functionality is really clunky. Anyways, you're good, Julia. Let's invade this man's house. This guy's had 2 generations of knights invade his house and ask him for exposition. Although, wasn't Guy living here? Our boy?
I remember someone living here,
Narcisse.
but a lot of character. Oh, right! As an old man, and
Yeah.
he sent us to the island
To collect
get
some
life
pears.
seeds.
Yeah, some
And then
fruits.
we did, and then I forget what happened to him.
Pocket Station.
Ah, it's the Pocket Station girl. Well. La la laundry!
Ooh, you can see the water tower from here. That's cute. Because even if you haven't met Rich before, he's definitely met Will.
We have definitely been to a ruins where half of the treasures were traps.
Yes. Is
So I
skeleton.
kind of get where they're talking.
Are you a skeleton or not? Demon grass fang. What was that? Raw tree stew. Okay. I don't think it. Oh, his stock is increased.
Oh, nice. Did we ever learn what raw tools were?
There is a tool building thing, but we haven't done any of it yet, and haven't found anyone who can.
Oh, I get it. So, like, a raw tool would be something that you can use at the beginning of a development process.
Huh.
Oh, hey, look. It's LaBelle.
It's a labelle. If it isn't Rich.
Possible other mom.
Oh, Eleanor, not LaBelle.
What?
Right, Eleanor.
Oh.
Eleanor was who Rich worked with. Remember when Rich was just a lackey?
Oh,
he was
right.
working. He was working for Eleanor, who was hired out by Gustav.
Sorry. Wait. So I forget what LaBelle looks like then.
LaBelle
That's
basically. LaBelle basically looks like Eleanor.
Oh, okay.
Everybody has Germanic names, and like a lot of the characters are blonde, so they just kind of. You have more experience than any ordinary encyclopedia. You'd have to have some kind of community-run, global, connected encyclopedia to have more experience than you. Okay.
Whoa!
Just turned the sats right back around at her. Oh, it's a Sargon!
Alright, well.
Could I have talked to Sargon first? And nope, he just joins. Oh, he's a boy!
Oh, wow. He's the tiny little teenager.
With only
What?
8 life points. And he sucks at magic. Oh god, look at Rich's magic regeneration compared to Sargon's. Eleanor also.
Yeah,
Oh, right.
yikes.
Eleanor
So
is...
wait a minute. What year is this?
This is...
Oh, it says 1285.
Oh, it just says on the screen. Good.
So
I like Julia's big ribbon. So, the next one is in 1290, is where we've been so far, because where Rich is with child.
then why did Eleanor ask about Diana?
We met Diana, I guess before that, because we went to the... I think Rich was 28 when he went to the place and found the skeletons with Diana.
Huh, okay. It's hard to get a sense of like the timeline because we can basically go anywhere we want. We don't really feel travel time whatsoever.
Yeah.
And so to me, just those two events, like meeting with Diana and then later learning that she's with child, it seems like nothing could have happened between those two, right? Like we're in the same place. So to learn that Rich in fact went all over the place before that, I don't know, kind of it's a challenge. I've given myself an extra challenge to the tune of a few ounces of rum also.
Ooh. Can I give this guy a good... Stardust is a question mark item.
And that reminds me of Bahamut Lagoon. So in Bahamut Lagoon, you had dragons, and you could feed your dragons stuff, and the stuff would change their stats. But there was also a hidden stat that the game like would not display when you it would display like how their stats were going to change before you fed them stuff, except for the hidden transformation stat. And you can get like nasty mushrooms for pretty cheap, and they have like good stats on them, but they like reduce your dragon's transformation stat, and they become like weird and monstrous, and they don't look like dragons anymore.
Ooh.
And there are like 3 items in the game. They're all actually the same item, but like 3 copies of it. I think it's 3. But you get a it's called the Princess's Question Marks, because there's a princess that you're like escorting around for the whole thing, and she's a summoner, like one of the 2 summoners in the game.
Stay away from the summoner.
Yeah. And there's a lot to recommend the game. It's got a lot of it's got a cool character arc. The battle system is kind of interesting, and the story is rather depressing on the whole, which is unusual for like JRPGs on the Super Nintendo, right? Like to try and tell so serious a story that just doesn't usually happen. But anyway, the princess's question mark is heavily implied to be her used panties.
I see.
And this is the only item in the game that will boost the dragon's transformation stat. So there are like positive transformations too. You just have to be a pervert to get them.
It's like real life.
But it's for your dragons.
We got some wild ass battle music. Right, Comet Fall was from the Chris Knife. That's a special move. I guess I should use it, because
Yeah, that sounds fine.
he gets a bunch
And
of
yeah,
SP,
no,
right?
we had talked about that last time, because the Chris Knife in Remains in Saga 3 is made from a Medio frag at the shop. There's something to that. There's like a lineage of item names and effects, which is wild to see. It's kind of like how in Nier, all of the weapons are like remakes or re-releases of the weapons that were in Drakengard that had these descriptions to them.
Yeah.
And so the same, I don't know, you get games by the same developers, they have like this bullpen of ideas, and you have that happen.
I've resolved to try to avoid fighting enemies because they die extremely easily. And I have Eleanor in my party again, which means I basically carpet bomb them. But yeah, like the same bullpen of ideas. I've been encountering that a lot in Final Fantasy XIV. The developers of that game really like Final Fantasy V, and they really like Final Fantasy Tactics.
Yes, there's a whole lot. And the 14 borrows from fucking every Final Fantasy.
Yeah, but
honestly,
those 2 in particular, like from 8, like they took Triple Triad, and like you get not Strife cloaks, you get like guys in cards, and then
yeah, I mean now there's even a Gunbreaker class, so you can wield like gun swords.
That is true. They just added that.
So it's pretty recent. Also, all of the most recent raid content. I think that's right. But anyway, the like 8-person raids, they're all like themed off of Final Fantasy VIII bosses, sort of.
They went with. I was.
But anyway, there's like a million billion references to various.
But even in Realm Reborn just straight up lifts music from Final Fantasy Tactics. Wow, that was a very weak item we just found.
Pathetic.
You are not worth my time.
It's like stairs, but it actually wasn't. How about that? But I feel as far as Final Fantasy XIV goes, I feel it's a little bit of a different thing.
Yeah.
When you're trying to draw nostalgia, you're trying to pay homage to all of your past titles. Where in something like this, just having a similarly named weapon that has an effect that is reminiscent of that other weapon from a previous game, it's not like they're trying to remind us of a Romancing Saga 3. It's just they make games and those games have swords, and so they're like, it should have these swords.
Yeah,
That's
it's like
a pretty good move.
it's like all the Final Fantasies having like Muramasa in them, or Namasame.
Yeah.
They don't all have Muramasa.
Or even just like potion.
Yeah, potion.
And the fact that it's called potion all the time.
Potion
usually
has like transcended, like because of Final Fantasy and Dragon Quest, like everybody has potions nowadays. It's weird to think about how all of that came from like the same 3 sources. Like they stole it from Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. Which is honestly why I like seeing video games from like sources other than that, i.e. this. I love being baffled. Like,
Yeah, stuff from a different lineage. Like comparing. Oh, cross break.
Cross break. Well, that looked dope.
Whatever it was, it sparked from cross slash. I bet this game you can only spark some moves by using some moves. So because we haven't used cross slash in a while, it was probably apt to get a thing.
What do we think about cross break? That is charge, cleave, cleave.
It's okay. 1 less Waza point for 9 less damage. I'm just having Eleanor defend because I don't need her. Or other than, well, I want Sargon to get some like points. Missed a double. I guess this is what we get for like not having sword users the entire game, and suddenly I have 3 of them. Oh, yeah. I wonder if you're better at sparking things if you're young.
Have the kids try shit out, yeah.
Yeah, that would make... I would like that. Because that would, like, add in natural points in the game where you were just getting more sparks because you were getting...
Yeah, not only that, but it would make the character's age a relevant factor in your playthrough of the game. Faint cleave slash...
No, I'll keep it on, but it's not very useful.
Okay, and that was missed a double.
That is missed a double.
That's like the... what's it called?
Yeah, the one where
it's like the one in Romancing Saga 3 where like the first one always misses and then the second one always hits.
Where do I go?
Which is a very weird thing to have as a move. It's never relevant. It just makes the word miss show up. You know, like, who cares? Now, if there was a kind of thing in the game where, like, that prevented enemies from ever counterattacking you, or...
If they had, like, if they had mirages like, where you could break the mirage with it?
Yeah. Yeah. If they had the mirage or, like, a bubble...
Mirage vest,
and there are bubbles in the game, but I don't think that works. So it's just a very curious move.
Time for a Tornado Blade. Actually, you know what, Eleanor? You get to fight this round. Destroyed.
Okay. Just a little reminder of the power at our disposal.
Here's why Rich was trying to get Eleanor to help him. We got a skeleton coming up. Place your bets.
I don't know. I think that one could be real treasure. I'm not on the all skeleton all the time plan anymore.
I think it's treasure.
Not like I'm a Diablo 2 necromancer.
Heaven and hell. Actually, I shouldn't. I'll go ahead and use some Waza points. You use your things too. Nobody's touched us yet, of course. So Yeah, show him your missed double.
Crossbreak looks so cool.
Yeah, it's got those swirlies.
Yeah.
I think these things have 800 HP, so our 3 combined moves do about 950, and then Firestorm just does 800 by itself to the entire opposing team. Of course, I'm using like middling sword moves on them. Let's use my most powerful moves here and see what happens. Sargon ought to be pretty good with a sword, although if I use Heaven and Hell here, they're probably just gonna... No, if I use Tornado Blade, they're probably gonna die. It's like...
Housekeeper?
Yeah, that's what the weird slugs are named. Oh, I think these are going to be dissolved by Tornado Blade. Okay.
I mean, they do keep houses with them. That's a thing that snails do.
Yeah, so the kids are getting levels from this, so that's good. It's a bone plate.
Bone breastplate. Didn't we learn that that wasn't very good?
It was okay. It's not like Blackstone armor, which makes Rich invincible.
Ooh, or that lobster mail.
Yeah, I think. So, you can definitely
And
have that.
we so demolished that giant crab with the silly, like, Monty Python claw animation.
Just because we had had armor that was much better than what it was.
We just put on the good armor, and it's like, oh damn.
Speaking of armor, I'm going to discard some of those caster cloths. Yeah, I think this is the default armor that characters start with.
Okay, good.
Get a little weight off our backs.
You guys didn't need those clothes, did you? Just like go through someone's closet, find everything that has the worst stats, and throw it in the trash.
That's basically like the whole premise of Queer Eye, right? Should I go up or down?
Let's go up. Yeah. Have a good feeling about up. Oh no, I was wrong. This is like, oh, wait,
Frog
maybe
ambush.
not. I thought this was back where we were, but...
Yeah, this feels like progress.
Yeah.
But not lack of progress means treasure, which means I can get another worthless coral item.
One of the things that I rather liked about Romancing Saga 3 was the fact that you could just, in most circumstances, if you did not want to get into a battle against world monsters, you could avoid them.
Yeah, you
use
kind of
that
have
a
to work
lot.
for it here. You can avoid them, but you still
Yeah.
gotta...
And it's a little more fiddly because you're not on a grid like in that game, and
Yeah.
everything's really freeform, and your character is huge.
Poison gun. We got the Chris knife a very long time ago, but it was just... we had no sword users, and the one sword user we had didn't have any mana, so it wasn't very useful. Because Gustav found it.
Wow. It's like, this has a special move.
I
I cannot use
I
this.
cannot use this. Just messing up these crocodigators. Elinor gets HP even though she didn't do anything.
Nice.
She defended.
Love it.
Hmm.
Oh, that's gonna be like a pump? Like the
Yeah.
little thing. Because you can kind of see a door on the other side, right?
Yeah. Look over there.
Yeah, and then you'll go inside and be able to do something. Oh, you didn't want to go down there?
I think that there's treasure on the other path, so I'm gonna switch double back real quick.
Oh, okay. Okay. Me, I really don't like backtracking, and we have plenty of treasure, but you can always use more treasure, right?
Can always use more treasure. That's my weakness. It's like in Barclay Shut Up and Jam. Everybody goes through their spiritual trials, and they all pass it, and then Barclay wants the ink and gold, and lets out Kukathane. I can't say it right. Kukulin. I have to say it right. I'm bad at words. Gaelic is a hard language to pronounce. I walked myself into a trap. You know what? Because of that, these bastards are gonna get... They're gonna get it.
Oh, I keep meaning to consult you about swords.
Ah, yes. Talk to me about swords.
Well, like some famous swords in particular.
Mm-hmm.
I have a whole list, and I want to do up a little write up on them. You know, just a little snippet, so that when it comes up in like video games, you can be like, "This is based on a real world thing. Hey, isn't it neat?" That kind of thing. I have this whole list, so we'll go through it at some point, and that would be nice. Huh.
Oh. We have to find a water quell. That's what we're doing here. Okay.
Oh, do we? I thought we had like plenty of those though.
I think
we have no. We have water tools and we have quells, but I don't know if we have one that's blue.
We probably do, but I think there's going to be like a dungeon item that's one.
Anima ghoul.
Anima ghoul. Firestormed ghoul. Teamwork. I think the crocodile must resist fire. Soul crunch! Did nothing. That's the power of the Blackstone. This guy might have some toughness to him.
Wait, do you suppose that Soul Crunch is an instant death attack?
It could be.
Wouldn't that be cool?
We have an item that's anti-instant death, but I don't have it equipped. Okay, so now this makes sense. I want to click on those because they said the water tower needs both the mechanism to work and it needs a water quell with the source.
A water quell. Okay, now that we know we need replacements, can we collect it from the other one?
Yeah, from the other one. That's my thinking too. Okay, we got usable parts.
Yes.
That's the kind of thing that... It's why I miss the show Junkyard Wars. Because it had a lot of this. Where you had engineers just cobbling garbage together that shouldn't work together.
Huh.
It's like, we're gonna take the transmission out of this old car and like rig it up to this boat motor because we have to make a machine that can like make spaghetti or something. Junkyard Wars was great. They obviously cheated. Like, no junkyard just had all that stuff in it. So they went to a junkyard and like seeded stuff that would be useful in it.
Right.
Like,
it's sort of like when they do like kitchen challenge shows, and like their kitchens have conspicuously perfect ingredients for stuff, and it's like
it's like, yeah, they helped, but it was still like them doing it. Like, you can't fake. It's harder to fake the actions. Wow, was it called Scrappy Challenge there? I know Junkyard Wars was a UK-based show at first. I get to ban somebody. I love doing that.
That's how you know you've really made it.
Yeah. I get to ban people. Gimme.
Like,
And Spring
how
Orb.
about goes? That's a very regular seeming name. I think they're getting better about that shit. Like, usually it's like obvious garbage, just a million letters and like random letters in it.
So I found the Spring Orb. Oh shit. The Spring Orb didn't seem that good. It was just a water quell that resisted water. It might have an ability on it. Do you like that the abilities are hidden or not? Because it makes it like a surprise, which is fun.
It kind of depends, right? Because if you're going to be using the item anyway, then it's cool when it like sparks something extra.
Yeah.
But if you're like if it's just some kind of like garbage, then no, I hate it. Because then you have no real way of knowing, like maybe this bogo ass weapon could have something that's good.
Yeah.
You just have to like fiddle with it forever.
Okay. I thought I might have to put the Spring Orb in there now that it works.
Yeah, good thought, good thought.
Treasure.
Ooh. Our very own junkyard. It's and flame rod.
It's Flame Rod. I think that's a sword. Yeah, it's just like a...
It's garbage.
It's a little
That's why it was in
tool.
this heap. we found the least worst item from this heap of trash in the basement of a dungeon.
That's recycling, baby.
Ugh.
That's like my tabletop campaign.
Oh no, the air kicked in and there are food smells in my room now.
Ooh, food smell.
Hold on, I have to see if I can mitigate this.
Yeah, but the whole gimmick of my tabletop campaign was going into dungeons to collect cruft from the ruin builders. Because their garbage was better than the stuff that people were making. Sargon not getting a lot of actions. Maybe I should let him so that he can grow a little bit. Although he's going to have his own chapter to exterminate monsters with to grow. So maybe Sargon will be just fine.
Okay, I return. I have learned that the food smells were in fact enchiladas.
Ooh. I juked that slime. They call me Slime Juker 69.
Well, when you put it that way.
Did I put the thing up here? Okay.
So we're doing some plumbing.
Yes.
Is I guess this mission.
Because a woman asked, what did I run into? I did not see what I ran into. It's because Julia apparently asked Rich to bring the water back. It's like Fury Road. Man, that's a good movie.
Yep.
That movie I liked a lot because it was proving that people could still make movies like that. Action movies that kind of sucked.
Yeah.
When it came out.
And there's a whole lot to love about it in a whole lot of directions. For my own part, on a first watch, I loved it for its efficiency.
Yes, does not waste your time.
No. And everything, like, works together and makes sense, and you know it, and you know why things work. And it's like, oh, yeah. And then when you need to get updated on new information, they'll have a bunch of characters whisper to each other very quickly about why things are the way they are. It's like, I was blown away with that, and with everything else, of course.
That's George Miller probably learned that making Babe.
Maybe I should watch Babe again. I haven't seen that since I was a wee.
It is a good movie. It's not as good as some of his other movies. I haven't seen Happy Feet, so I can't speak to that one. These guys are named Ammit, which I believe Ammits were crocodile demons in Egyptian mythology. I only know that because they were all over Amonkhet.
Ah. Wow, how different my education would have been if I had never played Magic the Gathering.
Inventory full. Better and worse. Who knows? I can get rid of some of these lesser flame rods. And yeah. And crystal wings.
Guess I'll keep it. I love how no one is ever happy about finding treasure. They're like, I'll put this in my inventory, I guess.
Their shoes. Null Stun, Resist Sonic. Null Stun could be extremely good.
Yeah, seriously. Well, good.
Okay, we activated the bottom. Do we want to activate the top
okay.
now?
Yeah, I think we have to go up and keep on working.
The battle transition sound in this game is the same noise that gets used in Odalis. That game owns. I love me some Odalis.
And I should finish Odalis.
You should. It's not perfect. It's got some fairly sloppy stuff in it. Some of the level design and the thorn area is incredibly frustrating, but at the same time, it just feels really nice to play a really hateful game from 1993 on your computer. You know? Does that make any sense? And it's actually it evokes a lot of the things from those old hateful games without being nearly as hateful. It's actually kind of easy. Like once you
that's kind of what I saw with it. Like I got up to the point where you get the like first real movement tech.
Yeah.
And the whole game just got way more fluid after that, and I'm like, oh, maybe this is good. Maybe lies are no match for a swift sword.
And it does have that. It takes itself seriously in some ways and not seriously in others. Like the main character's name is Haggis. But it's good. I will forever associate that game with Paul Blart Mall Cop 2.
What? Why?
Because I bought that game on sale on Steam on Thanksgiving. So I was at the time listening to Death Do Us Blart, the eternal Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 seasonal watch podcast, where the McElroy brothers and the Worst Idea of All Time podcasters have vowed to watch Paul Blart Mall Cop 2 every American Thanksgiving until they die. So I was watching Paul Blart, listening to them talk about Paul Blart while playing Odalis. And it's like those two sense memories got tied together. So Paul Blart will make me think of Odalis And then Odalis will make me think of Paul Blart.
That's understandable, given those circumstances.
Am I improving my life by doing that or not?
Well, that's not really the question. I think the real question out of this is, how do we destroy the McElroy brothers?
Well, time will do it. But one of the things they said was, if somebody dies, they have to, before they die, find someone who will replace them on the podcast after they die.
No, that's you're talking about a permanent priesthood of this.
Yes.
That is that is a catechism.
This is best described as a cult, I would say.
Damn it.
And for the past few American Thanksgivings, after I have dinner with my family, I just see how many times I can watch Paw Blart Mall Cop 2 in one day, because that's just what I do to enjoy myself.
Great. And now they've infected our Hecate with it. Maybe I should, learn any facts about the McElroy brothers before I try to drag on them so badly.
No, you can...
I actually don't know anything at all.
You can drag them pretty easily. They're all, nice boys.
Mm-hmm.
But only Justin's any cool. Griffin is very tightly wound, and Travis is a dumbass. They're all very nice. They produce a lot of content.
Yeah, see, that's where you
That's
where the trouble starts.
That's where the trouble starts. They just produce
Anyone
a lot
whose
of
job
stuff.
is to produce content immediately earns my scorn. Get that out of here. I fucking hate content.
I don't want content. Why would I want content?
Why would I want content? And that's the only thing the algorithm ever suggests. Here, why don't you want content? I'm like, I don't want that. Get out of here. And it's kind of a shame. The trajectory of the, for lack of a better term, content producers that I actually have liked in the past has been, early on, they make whatever, it's pretty good, so I watch it all. And, as time goes on and their channels get bigger and bigger, they treat their own work more seriously and spend more time on longer videos that come out less frequently. And so it's it's not a sustainable model in any sense for the good stuff. So what you get instead, there is a trajectory for content creators I want nothing to do with, which is they are... What is the term when you used to be part of something but then you left it, like a job or a school or something?
Alumni?
Alumni, yeah. They're alumni of something like a YouTube or Vimeo itself, and their job involved creating or understanding the algorithms of association that drives clicks and watches. And so they've just grown up in that as their job, and so they understand how these things work and essentially game the system with the content that they produce, not caring whatsoever what it actually is, just putting it out on a schedule, making it the right length, putting the correct things in it, like the call to action at the end, and the reminders, and making their thumbnails look the right way, and putting the right kinds of words in the title so that it catches the algorithm there, often putting just nonsense words in there that are somehow unique to be the only result when you search for that particular nonsense word. That, I hate it. None of those videos have value.
Yeah, I don't like...
It's produced to fit an artificial mold that was modeled at first off of natural human behavior, but now is just self-perpetuating.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that stuff. I do like that the internet has allowed me to mostly pursue content made by people who I know on a first name basis. Like, that's really cool. Just to be able to say, like, oh yeah, I mostly spend my time watching videos my friends have made. Howling Heaven! That frog pulled out the Howling Heaven! And he shall burn for his beliefs.
I like that too, but I wouldn't call that content. Like, I don't... Man, if I said, like, I like your content, that would be like, I like your shit. I like the poo that comes out of your anus.
Well, what do you call a video or like a
or
podcast? What do you call that stuff?
What?
What do you call somebody's video or stream? Is that not their content?
No, it's just their video. Like,
that's what content.
Thanks for making a video.
Content. Okay, you're conflating content with hashtag content. Those are two different things.
Oh Lord. Okay.
It's like
I guess we're gonna have to
like content as in the contents of a box is what I'm talking about. A thing, a creation.
Oh.
Okay. So now I have to find the right place to click now. Because I think
what I was talking about is
hashtag
the end
content.
result of that which content creators create.
Yes.
That's it.
That's hashtag content.
That is okay. Well, I don't like hashtag content. And I wouldn't want to say to anyone that I like your hashtag content. That would be like my saying, I like your hashtag shit that came out of your hashtag anus.
See, now we're on the same page.
There we go.
We had that schism over our triumvirate being invaded by Paul Blart. That caused us to talk about content, but now we've repaired the orthodoxy by establishing canon rules for hashtag anuses.
Temporary rules. We can amend them later if we need.
I meant canonical.
We gotta, after landing on that same page, if we need to rip that page out and use it for toilet paper because of the shortages, then that, we'll have to be prepared for that too.
Or if we have like future Gnostic the Gospel of Blart. Yeah, that's what they'll call it in in the Blood Sea Scrolls. Like, those aren't canon.
Wait, the Blood Sea Scrolls? Are you writing those now? Is that the content that you're creating? The non-hashtag content?
It's what I should rename my tabletop system.
The Blood Sea Scroll.
Yeah. I got to show that to a new group of people, and I got to show off the only good piece of writing I've ever done. Which was when I described half-elves by saying, because fantasy authors got horny for elves, so did the people in their campaign settings, and thus half-elves were born. And that's it. That's all you got to read my campaign setting for, is that.
Excellent. The only piece of good writing I've ever done, if I may jump off of that,
yes,
and self-aggrandize for a moment, is also on a video game system Wikipedia. Or not video game system, a tabletop game system Wikipedia, which is all of my all the flavor text on the various armors that I created.
See, I would also call Nissa eating the worms, eating slugs. That's pretty good.
That wasn't mine though. I was just rewriting the thing that Wizards had produced to make it more true. So I didn't even feel that like I wrote that. I just,
See, I didn't read. I didn't read the stories because they were bad, but I read yours because they were good. So to me, it was you who made it.
Ooh, I localized them. There we go. I localized them from bad English into straightforward, readable, understandable English. Also, Nissa ate a lot of slugs.
She ate dozens. Scores.
Perhaps even 40 slugs.
Gross. The slugs themselves were not gross. The gross determined was the number of slugs that were eaten.
But yeah, so I guess that one was okay too. But again, that's not original. As far as the armor descriptions, I had been reading a lot of the J. Peterman catalog. and that inspired me to write all those armor descriptions. It basically all happened in the space of one day, and I was all about it.
I'm into it.
Let me pull up the J. Peterman catalog. I like doing this from time to time. It's the only catalog I ever read.
I don't think I read catalog. I can think of the time I read a catalog.
I mean, when they're just sort of there.
Yeah, that hardly ever happens. I don't go to places where catalogs live.
Okay, let's see. How do I get a random thing on this page? Okay, give me a number from 1 through 4.
3.
3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, sale items. So we have... Okay, now 1 through 30.
29.
Okay. Women's scarves for sale. This is the description for the Delph Yorkshire scarf. $74.
That's too much.
The 1508 to York. The train ride from London Paddington to York clocks in at 2 hours and 18 minutes. Plenty of time to read a chapter or two before you unwind this supremely soft and cozy scarf and snuggle under it for a fortifying nap. Expansively sized at 80 inches long and 15 3/4 inches wide. Delph Yorkshire scarf number 6405. Woven in Yorkshire from 100% English lamb's wool. It's on sale for just $74.
Deflect. Okay, let's kill this crocodigator.
Men's plush 8 whale cords, $109. Oslo, or your backyard. The theory used to be, pants shall be either luxurious and elegant, or casual and not so elegant. And that is that, and you may as well get used to it. These pants fly in the face of all that. With the right tweed jacket or blazer, you could wear them to accept a Nobel Prize and get away with it. You could also stay home, skip shaving, and park yourself in your Adirondack chair overlooking the lake for days on end, reading how H.C. Earwicker spent his day. These cords, in fabric made from Milan's premier mill, have a luxurious feel not unlike velvet. Velluto Duce Visconti di Modroni is one of the few mills that hand cuts the pile. Men's plush 8 whale cords, number 2811, in velvety cotton, double front pleat, on-seam front pockets, 2 double welt back pockets with buttons, 6 interior suspender buttons, 8 belt loops, interior French fly closure, imported. Please note that altered items cannot be returned. Take care to provide your accurate measurements when ordering. Like, how can you not love this? This is some of my most beloved English prose. It's endlessly inspiring. I cannot get enough of this.
Indeed. We're gonna send Sargon to Cannonball because he's been going last, and I want him to act so that he can accrue action so he can gain points. And now I gotta figure out what do I touch to make the game go.
That is kind of why I was going to the J. Peterman catalog.
You could if you could find the game fact for it, maybe we could do
mosey
that.
on over to a game fact.
Yeah, look for
Yeah,
water
I can do
tower.
Mm-hmm.
Because this will be a challenge because there's no evidence that the game fact will actually help us at all. because
Okay, cast a rainbow, 1285.
good job remembering that. I guess the name is easy to remember, but I didn't remember the date.
Oh, I remembered the name. I read the date.
Ah,
And yeah, like Diana happened in 1280, so the timeline makes sense. Return of the Egg is 1290. Okay.
so this is happening the same year as Return of the Egg, which I don't think we've done yet.
Okay. Let's see. Breastplate, right? Placement item, sure. Take a spring orb. You got the spring orb.
We got the spring ball.
Third generator, just ignore it. Go to the right. Blue water. Okay, the fourth generator had the crystal wing behind it.
Yeah, we did that.
Okay, go back from there. Go back to the third generator, which
Which I think we activated.
Okay, and examine it, right? And then go right to the next room from there. Go to the rightmost screen.
Okay, I didn't go
Spot
right
where
from there, I don't think. So go to the rightmost screen. We might be back on track. Return of the Egg is the strongest Star Wars.
It also says examine the dead end road, which is counterintuitive.
Yes. We will get there as soon as I destroy these Ammits.
Star Wars Return of the Egg.
I love that movie. Firestorm is so good. If we ever met an enemy that like resisted sword but absorbed fire, that would be bad. What am I doing?
Are elemental absorbs even real?
I have no idea. Well, we can resist them.
Hey, I hope they're not. Like, I kind of think that's some of the biggest horseshit that ever happened in any video game.
I don't mind it if it's telegraphed, but
absorb element.
like if you use fire on the lava monster and that heals it, that I'm not getting any mad at that. But if it's just like some random guy, or if an enemy barrier shifts and doesn't tell you how to fucking figure it out, that I hate. Like Archaeoavis is some bullshit, and so is Melusine.
I think like the biggest problem is the fact that absorbs exist at all. I think that shouldn't be. Just why? Why?
Okay, that's what I didn't do. I didn't talk to the rocks.
We had to talk to the rocks. Great. I think we're back in it. Yeah, ladder.
Fuck.
Ladder, baby.
I ran right into him after beating him at ladder.
Come on, you won the game of ladder. That's what's important. I'm here so you can siphon off that energy.
What's Eleanor's SP looking like? I don't know. I think Absorption lets you do stuff like flame rings with Firaga, which I like a lot as a thing you can do.
It's so absolute, you know? It makes the design of the thing all twisted.
I also like it when there's ways around it, like the Geomancy ability in Final Fantasy Tactics, where Absorb becomes neutral damage, and like neutral damage becomes weak.
I do like that. It at least includes the notion of a hierarchy of the thing. That's something that you can work around with.
Okay, there we go. I had trouble talking to this one.
Okay.
Right, it's a water tower, so we have to climb.
Does make some sense. I mean, as far as ruins go, it's pretty intact.
Yeah. Like if it stood this long, like there's a bell curve where like a newly condemned building you're probably safe in. A building that's been condemned for like 5 to 20 years, that one you probably don't want to fuck with. But a building that's been uninhabited for like 1,000 years, if it was going to fall over, it would have by now, you know?
Yeah, like anything that could have happened to it has.
Makes me think of the pyramids.
Which, of course, isn't strictly true, but...
Yeah, it's not true, but it's more true than it's false, which is also not true. That's a classic number.
Brian, piece that one apart, interlocutors.
That's a classic one of mine. One of the things I like about the pyramids is the lengths of of all the sides of all the pyramids of Giza are divisible by pi, like the lengths of them are, and that made people confused for a long time. They tried to find some significance in that until somebody brought up, what if they were using a wheel to measure the lengths of how long they wanted the thing to be?
They just had,
it's
like, how many turns of the wheel.
It's like they make a wheel, they make it 1 unit in diameter.
Yeah.
And it's like, well...
Yeah, not only that, but like, my gym teacher in elementary school had a device that they used to like measure distance that was a wheel so that they could like measure out a mile on a track for all of us to run. And then they're like, okay, we've measured it out, do it like 7 times around and you've done a mile. And yeah, so it's not even like that technique is even that's difficult to understand.
It's like one of the oldest ways to measure a distance is you put a wheel on a stick, you put a notch on the wheel, and then you roll it and count how many times you see the notch turn by. And you've measured distance. Come on, no fucking frog! People of yesterday also used technology. The Egyptians did a lot of weird shit. There's a bunch of stuff they made that we have no idea how they made it.
Well, I mean, they had the plow. If
yeah.
You can make the plow, you can make all kinds of shit.
Mm-hmm. Like, they were very good at drilling. Like, the drills they used for their stonework. And we don't exactly know how they did it, because the stuff they made survived, but the stuff they made it with didn't. And they didn't write it down anywhere, apparently. And because they didn't write it down, it means it wasn't important to them. It was just like common knowledge. How would they ever forget it, you know? Perhaps.
Well, that or it was the kind of knowledge that wasn't worth writing.
Yeah.
Like, because it's, if it's just part of your apprenticeship,
like you're
then you don't need to write it down. You're the apprentice of the master does the stuff. You can find them all over the place. It's kind of a common thing. Whereas writing, I mean, I guess they had papyrus paper and all that, but anything like more permanent than that would have been like, no, it has to
tablets
be like, of holy significance, All right.
Okay.
All right. Last button.
A big archaeopteryx.
And then water is going to jet out of that duct. We're going to conduct the water. Build the rainbow bridge.
Oh, there it is. There's the rainbow bridge. That's a fucking powerful quell. If it made that much water just erupt from it. I'm seeing my rainbow come true. End. Yeah, that's all we need.
No explanation.
Who's Julia? How was she the one living here in the desert? Why did Rich care about her?
Yeah, why did she ask us to do it? Why did Rich think he could?
I guess...
Like, who would come to him for that?
He is a famous digger in his own right. Like, he was the son of a famous digger. So if you were going to have somebody ruin explore for you, you would hire a digger, and if you could hire somebody, it might as well be hire the famous rich knights, or the son of the famous
Yeah.
Well, we can go here now. Is the party we were just using cruel enough to bring to the secret dungeon of Viceland?
Well, we have Eleanor,
Yes.
but no one else is like a heavy hitter, you know?
Rich is pretty good. The teens aren't super great. I'm gonna try it.
That's making me think like no. But if we like walk in there and get our ass handed
No,
to
I also
us,
went to the
then
wrong
that's
town.
cool.
I went to the wrong place.
That's fine. Oh, and it disappeared.
Yeah, in
What?
between, if I finish this, I should be able to go to it. Like, you can only go to it like
Oh.
once per interstitial, apparently.
That's weird.
So let's see, if we get our ass kicked, we just saved.
Sure.
Like, you have like the time between times where you can just put everybody together.
Oh man, that would be so cool if it also included like different eras. Like if we could
Yeah.
have teenage Gus and old man Gus teaming up. Oh, that would be so
Ooh,
dope.
we've got zombies, which means we'll have money. Because zombies can drop money.
Excellent.
Now we've got Gula and Ghoul. Well, I know what to do to those. It's, well, really, it's cast Firestorm, but also I have Cross Slash equipped. I guess having a lot of sword users is good against the undead.
Or is Cross Slash undead, or is it just skeletons?
Don't know. I'm not
I
sure.
think it might just be skeletons.
I forgot that I was having Rich do spears. But I've just been having him use a magic anyway, so it doesn't matter. These fights seem pretty bearable. This place looks cool. What is this? I'm trying to
Do
talk
not
to it.
understand this.
Yeah, I don't understand it either. I'm gonna fight this guy again.
This tower's cursed. And so am I! It's spooky.
Okay. Beast Lance. You're using aiming.
Wait, could you go back?
Yeah.
Because like cross slash, I just want to read cross slash.
Rich doesn't have it, so we'll go here.
Okay.
Cross slash. Best versus undead.
Okay, that's cool. Just wanted to make sure.
So everybody gets a cross slash, and then the one bad thing about aiming is it's got a long cast animation.
I'm willing to put up with that for the damages.
It should be Sargon. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. I probably should have restocked on weapon durability before doing this, but whatever.
It's fine. We're constantly throwing stuff away. Just
Yeah, but I'm throwing bad stuff away. I don't have a ton of good swords. In fact, I have the ones that are equipped, and that's basically it. But-
that guy was singing his favorite dubstep beat.
I guess if I ever want to just do, like, save up on durability, I'll just have Rich use this. Like, you just hang out for a bit. Or, you know, cast Water Viper. Sure. And what is this, Eleanor? Clean house.
Yeah, word number brings up a good point, which is, I think, part of the reason why I fell off of RPGs in general after, like, the year 2000 or so. Because, like, the kind of stuff I grew up on all the battles, even the most complicated battle, would only last a couple minutes. If that. Like, they were snappy, you know? It's like you did the numbers and then the opponents went away and you were done. And everything was really crisp. You got this sword chuck and it's like chuk, and it's like that's it. You're done.
Should I talk to these guys? There's gonna be zombies, right?
Yeah, they're standing still, so I think they're safe.
Don't know why I'm saving. They're probably not going to be dangerous.
Like, my line of reasoning is they're... Well...
Actually, that's...
my reasoning was thus. Because they are very easy to avoid, I didn't think that they would be a battle. It's trivially easy to walk past them if they're just standing there.
I just saved, though, right? I did. For some reason, it did a memory card 2 there. I thought I just had to have a heart attack there for a second.
Okay.
I'm gonna lay down a saving state, just in case, you know.
Okay, so it's like quicker. All right. Well, I was 100% wrong. Don't know how I expected that to work out in my favor.
I was with you there, though. I thought that because they were... Okay, that one I just ran into. That one's on me. That one gets to fight. You get to be fought.
Okay. This doesn't seem like anything. It's just a bunch of, like, trash mobs. Who cares?
They're giving good experience. They're a lot
Who
tougher
like,
than...
Who had built this up as, like, a super dungeon?
If I had just come in here with just Rich, it would have been a problem.
Okay, that's true.
I think they were just telling me to avoid soloing this dungeon.
Maybe that's actually what happened, yeah. And I mean, we have Eleanor on our side now.
Yeah.
Jesus.
My dream party so far would be Eleanor, Nina, Will Knights, and probably Rich. Just have 3 people, 2 people who can cast Firestorm. I guess 3 people.
Keep it in the Knights family. I like it.
Yeah, keep it in the Knights family. Yeah, with Eleanor, she's honorary. You have to break up with Diana because you have to marry her in, Rich. That's your duty as a Knights. You have to have people who can cast Firestorm in the family.
Those kids are even like off to the side. They can't also be cursed. They totally can though.
I'm trying to remember the hotkey for save state so I don't have to... It appears to be F1. Okay, they're death. That was cool enough that I'm just going to kill them. We were born on the same day and we died on the same day.
I think honestly we have been doing less of the Gus stuff because we are obsessed with the egg.
We love egg. Also,
we love egg.
I think the story's just going in that direction, you know? Like, we had Gus, and Gus was ultimately, like, set up as the backdrop to the story. He's like the father whose influence looms over a family.
Yeah, like, he's more... He's not, like, an emperor of Rome. He is, like, the founder of Rome.
Yes.
You know? And then there's just...
And we're
the rest of that.
And we're just warriors. Somebody who I know is ordered the Hagakure and is going to be reading it. And I like that because it's full of warrior wisdom. Because it was written by a samurai. But the samurai who wrote it was a civil servant who I'm pretty sure was never in a single battle. And I told them to follow it up with Book of the Five Rings if they liked it, because it would also have a lot of warrior wisdom in it. But in contrast would be written by a very large man who loved to kill, and killed many, many people with his swords.
Yeah, and boat oars from time
Yeah.
to time. Where's my Code of the Samurai? Hold on.
They were both written by old men who had retired to the wilderness, though.
Yeah, mine is the Boshidu Shoshinshu. Which, I mean, I do love. I would never give up this book.
There was an annoying noise maker in this room, and I turned it off.
Ah, that's my jam.
Yeah, we came here because we had Eleanor in our party. Shit! I got bamboozled.
No, you turned on the elevator. That's all.
It took me all the way back here.
Okay, it's a one-way elevator. You know, a trapdoor.
Yeah, a hole.
The one-way elevator.
Yeah, I decided to do this because I had Rich and Eleanor in the party, and they seem to be my most powerful people by a large margin. Like, if I could tailor my... Do I have another sword I could give you? I probably do. I could give you some bow arts as well, but for now, just hang out. The tower is cursed, I've been told that. Okay, another fire level on Eleanor, and I think I'll have the zombies in one round. I'm cool.
I guess we're still getting stuff out of the fights.
Yeah, they drop money, they give good experience. Apparently I turned the noisemaker on rather than turning it off. Well, the thing's eyes are glowing now.
Ooh, nice. That probably means something. And we better know how to navigate this place now, so, you know, smooth sailing.
Yeah. There's a lot of directions I could go. It's like I didn't go here last time. I didn't touch this orb.
Ooh. Orb. I like it.
Giant ghosts.
Well, we know what to do with them.
I guess I can cross-slash them. I wonder if they're actually...
Wait, do we know what to do with them?
Yeah, are they... I'll have you cross... yeah, well, I know what to do with them with that. So, you can use cross-slash against Ghost. Yep, Soul Crunch is just, I murder you.
Yikes. Oh, God.
Okay.
Well.
Thanks, Eleanor.
Firestorm gives it right back. And that's one of the reasons we didn't want to come in here solo.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, it's because the Soul Crunch is instantly killing you.
Yeah, good luck dealing with 2 Soul Crunches around as one person.
Yeah, that just knocked you out. It didn't actually use your life points.
That's nice.
I guess I have a stone that nulls KO. I should probably equip that on...
There's a move in Romancing Saga 3 that does that. Plasma Net.
Yeah.
It'll, like, flatten you but not eat a life point. Although, I honestly don't understand life points in this game.
Yeah, I don't
It
really
seems just
understand
like
either.
You just have enough always, so it never really matters. Right? Like, I don't know, just missing some life, eat a life point. Out of Waza, eat a life point. It's no big deal. Like the axis that it's balanced on is just very far away from the casual playthrough, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Also don't know how much Waza you get back for a life point. Like, do you spend 1 life point to do 1 move? Or do you spend a life point to...
Or does it count as, like, 10 Waza points or
yeah,
whatever?
like, do you get back... Yeah, because, like, that would be, like, great, but, like... Although, we're at the point where 10 Waza basically is 1 move. I wonder if I should start training Julia up on some kind of attack magic. I'm saving points on Eleanor. Because I can just... The Chris Knife being infinite durability is really good. So if I have another infinite durability weapon, I should try that.
Are you going to go back to spears at any point, or is it just... Is Tornado Blade, like,
Tornado Blade
too much
is
of a temptation?
Comet Fall and Tornado Blade both use SP. But, yeah, my Lance moves use Waza points, which Rich is not as good at regenerating.
I see.
But Rich gets like 6 spell points back a turn, so he can Comet Fall like all day.
That makes sense.
And his spear's going up.
You got your spear level.
But Julia's getting there. And they drop money because they're zombies. There was also another path I could go.
What's the story behind Ghoul Tower?
Do not know.
Perhaps we shall learn. It's very pretty.
Yeah. Oh!
No!
A ghost popped out of a painting. Ooh, yeah, does Rich regen based off of Cordelia? Probably not. What if I have everyone
really cool.
defend except for Firestorm?
That would be something akin to Fire Emblem 4, where the first half of the game is like a campaign of war, and you have people do like support conversations in the first half, and they pair off. This is support, right? Yeah, like they pair off, and you actually get the offspring of whoever you had in the first campaign in a second campaign. And the offspring's like stats and what abilities they can have are based on who their parents are.
I think a lot of Fire Emblems do that. It's like genealogy based.
Well, it was pretty unique among Fire Emblems that I played, because 6, 7, and 8 didn't have that shit.
Crunch.
I don't think 1 had it either. I don't know about 5. Nowadays, it's like, yeah, everyone does this. I want to say like 9 didn't do that. They played 9, I think. No, the children get the sums of their parents' stat growths because the growths were so bad.
I see.
Fine, have double. We don't care. You're never gonna get anything. So rude.
That's the ball I talked to before. Shit.
Okay, so we've got some Honorlando shit going on here.
If only I could jump like Honorlando.
Into the Ghoul Cathedral. So, okay. Suppose when you die, you become a ghost, right? But the ghost is like the spirit part, and the zombie is the body part, right?
Yeah.
What if the ghost also has like a ghost body? And so you could have like ghost skeleton and ghost zombie flesh or something? Like, can we further subdivide the ghost is what I'm getting at. Can we have a connoisseur of ghost brains. Yeah,
I'm going to
the
equip
ghost
the item
muscle.
that Null KOs. I'm going to equip that after this fight. There's just too many damn ghosts.
Yeah, that seems to be the rage. Am I asking if the soul is divisible? Is this heresy? Well,
Yes and yes.
it would not be my first heresy.
I don't know how many items I have that actually, like how many of the anti-death items I have. If it's just one, I'm going to put it on Eleanor. She's the important one.
But really, if you go through if you go through a Friday night without committing some kind of heresy, you're not living. Which would itself be a violation of God's first commandment. Which is be fruitful and multiply.
So it was the dead
The
stone.
fruitfulness. Gotta make the most of your life.
I think I only have the one dead stone.
Well, let's
Run away
let's
from the
quickly
ghost.
juke this skeletal ghost. Oh my god, fall into the painting world.
We are like
Excellent.
Anorlando. Ah, shit. I should probably
Plant monster.
drink some meat. No, I'm mostly good. Have the young ones drink a life point.
Oh, it looks big, but I'm pretty sure we could chop it down in short order. Demon grass. It's just grass. Let's lawnmower it.
If I had lawnmower equipped, I would.
Damn it. Okay. I thought I was gonna sound clever, but
You were being clever. It was me who was being unprepared for your... You were so clever, I was unprepared for it. Your cleverness caught me off guard.
we don't have any axe wielders with us.
Yeah, so we can't big logs chop. But we can heaven and hell!
Yeah, that thing is just ranched right there. You know?
These are probably the kind of enemies that just respawn every round. Speak of the devil.
Yeah, sure enough.
Well, let's give him the rub down.
Oh,
Hey, can I-
baby.
Okay, didn't get a triple. I haven't gotten a triple in a while. Stun!
Oh, damn. Stunned a boss monster.
Yeah, I think heaven or hell just has a stun chance. I keep calling it heaven or hell, even though it's heaven and hell. I'm just got too much of
It's
the
an
Guilty Gear.
inclusive war. That's fine.
I like Guilty Gear.
You like the Guilty Gears?
Yeah, it's sad because the next one almost certainly won't have Kum Haeun in it, and watching my friend Archimp stream a lot of that game, I have grown
Wait, who?
a fellow on the internet named Archimp.
No, I know Archimp, but like Kum Haeun? What's
Yeah,
that?
it's a Korean girl piloting an old man robot. So it plays like a big giant old man, but it's because it's Guilty Geared. It's weird. But the reason I like it is the main attacks of Cum. The main Cum attacks are are giant slow moving balls. So watching people just get destroyed by giant slow moving balls, it's like, why did you run into that? It was very slow moving. Why did you run into it? Like, obviously you zone with it, but plus it's an old man robot. Back when I played like 10, 15 years ago, I mostly played I Know. I don't remember any of it.
Yeah, Aino was one of the few characters I could never really figure out.
Were you a
Like,
Doctor? Were you a Faust guy?
I was Faust.
Yeah, you were totally a
Like
Faust.
Faust seemed to make sense, and then, like, I basically learned how to do things with most of the cast. Biken I never really understood.
Yeah.
Ino was another one I never really understood.
Lycan was all like counters, right?
I think so, but she could also like jump to Tommy Mat,
Yeah, Tatami
like,
Man. Yeah.
swipe and have tools, and like her aerial dust would wall stick a lot. So I think there was something with that, but I don't know what like high level of any of that.
Oh, I don't
did.
either. I am beyond my depths in considering such a thing. But I do like Heaven and Hell. Let's rock.
But no, yeah, I basically I trained most with Faust, because I loved chaos, and I found that in most circumstances I could just fluster my opponent with chaos and they would crumble.
I liked Aino because she was a witch who played guitar. What more do you need?
Well, that was spooky.
What? What?
We've earned another fight.
I touched the statue and it wiggled to death. And turned into this guy.
Okay, we've met before.
We have.
Yeah, it's Gargoyle.
Do I have any magic at all? Aqua Viper.
Oh no, but last time we fought Gargoyle, we had a staff user, right?
We did.
So we could give him the stone beat, whatever it's called.
I'm just gonna use up the rest of Fossil Sword on this, I think.
Rock Crush, that's what it is.
Yes.
I have my notes. I always have my notes.
He fights like a crab.
Well, we know we can defeat one of those.
Absolutely.
As long as it is quite large. I don't know if we can defeat a smaller crab. That is yet to be proven.
I can believe that there's a crab small enough out there that I couldn't be able to defeat it.
David Attenborough has no respect for the crab. They're jesters to him.
Oh, we're doing this, where I'm comboing with the enemy.
Hard form duo attack.
Yeah. Do I have anybody who
Bizarre
knows
thing.
who has stone? So I'm not going to attack you while you... You can definitely stone. I guess you can't. Can anybody stone? You. Because I need to stone him after he's hard formed. Or else my shit just like does no damage.
It did not appear to work.
Did not appear to work. So I'm doing this because I'm low on durability on my attacking weapons. So if I just throw away the durability to... I see. Well, let's just attack him then. So I'm running out of time to do that. I guess you can heal. Yeah, you need to heal. And then Eleanor can do that, and then you can still use that. His rock level might not be high enough.
Yeah, I'm kind of getting that.
What's he on doing? Like half
I mean,
damage?
It's probably fine. Like, he's not doing anything substantial to us.
Yeah.
So what if it takes a couple more turns of beating him down? So what if we break some of our weapons? We have more weapons.
I don't, though.
No, just,
Yeah.
just use them. Use worse weapons.
Use worse weapons. I guess that will be what we do here. I'll have to pull out my meek little whatever I have. Use life water on somebody. You. Julia.
I will be curious to learn what happens with Diana, though.
Yeah, because she's got a... Rich has a baby. And we'll see how powerful that baby is.
We're expecting.
Oh, petrified.
Oh, jeez.
I
finally pulled out his good move.
I don't have Asuna on anybody, and I don't even know if that would work. All the important characters are still alive. I think everybody
it's
here
sort of an optional boss, but like this is a copy of a boss that we've already fought.
Yeah, he might be different than that boss, but I don't know.
Yeah, he looks the same and he has the same name. That's all I really know. He's been using similar moves too, so I presume that he's like the same. Wow, scissor break for the instant KO. Did we end up equipping the no death thing?
Eleanor has that.
Okay, good. I feel like that might come up. Alright, well, kids are down. Adults have to carry the day here, it seems.
Yep.
That's gonna be bad. Okay, whew. Did not get the stone chance on that.
I want them to
really,
attack Rich.
If we would use the claw hammer twice, that would be the best, I think. Like 2 hits of 60 each. That we can manage. Yeah, that. Oh, it's 100 on you. Well, that's significantly more than... What?
Oh, take a drink.
Okay, I think he's powering up here.
Yeah, we must have lowered his health enough that he's... How is aiming? So I was doing about 550 with the other attack. Okay. Okay, that didn't say
hard
defense
for him
up.
to do nothing. Nice.
Yeah, because he's already got it.
Resolved.
Seeing if I have an attack better than like this house tornado. Oops. Is it better than 550? No. Oh god, did it stack? No. Okay.
No way.
Did not stack. Comet Fall is just like the best thing I can be doing right now.
It's a shame we don't have like a single target magic. It's like real powerful single target.
Yeah, Comet Fall is about it. It's almost as powerful as Firestorm.
Oh yeah, but on Eleanor.
Oh, is she dead?
Okay. No. Wait.
No, she's just low. Drink a life point. You have a lot of points.
Yeah. There we go.
Use them.
Wait, I thought Comet was better than Tornado Blade.
It was. I selected the wrong thing.
Gotcha. I never know, right? Because, like...
Shit. I have to kill him. I can't, like, diddle around doing off things. If I take breaks to heal, then it's just going to make the fight longer and I'll take more damage.
Yeah.
The old Dungeons and Dragons strategy thing, where you wait until after the battle to heal your friends. Because if you do it in the battle, you're just treading water.
I think my favorite thing in D&D is going on corpse runs with backup characters.
Ooh.
Like your main squad just has like retainers or something. And their main job thus is to, like, after the adventuring party beefs it, just
Go dig
like,
up their
run
body.
in,
Hey!
avoid fights, be stealthy, rescue their corpses so that they can be resurrected. You got 81 chips.
Got some chips.
You got no levels or anything from that?
Nope.
That's kind of lame.
Okay. It's like
we
Fire
fought
Emblem
a gargoyle.
rolls. Fire Emblem rolls. The dice decided you gained no Lord levels this Lord level.
Ugh.
Now, can I touch the orb now? I probably should have saved before touching that, but...
Whatever.
It's just ghosts.
It's just ghosts.
Give him a tornado blade and a, you can just hang out.
Okay, that NPC was almost certainly just another zombie, right? The one next to the gargoyle, I presume you mean?
Yeah, it had to be. Yeah.
It's just a zombie. Like, they're all zombies. Jesus, these things.
Okay, show him your Aqua Viper.
Uh-oh. Okay. That's pretty bad.
I'm going to make a saving state. So I can be locked in this, God, my spell points are low. Shouldn't be able to soul crunch me. Okay, chooses not to.
He figured it out.
I'm going to save.
Yeah.
And if I fall back down the pit, if the game will let me, I'm going to go into town and rest. Ghoul Tower. Like, I went in here and a bug popped out over there, but I guess it didn't happen. There's a map. Only pirates own maps. Like, this was glowing when we first entered here.
Hmm. Well, maybe this will not... Oh, it's an elven lyre! We did it! It's like a special bow. Probably.
So many blue waters.
I gotta duck away, I'm sorry.
Okay. Duck away, you duck. Is indeed a bow. Resist Sonic. Is that it? Is that what I came to the dungeon for? Did I beat the dungeon? Was that it? Do I go down now? There was a thing at the very bottom that... If you're still in the chat, Tangled String, how about you throw me a bone here? What do I touch next? Make a saving state again. I got an elven lyre at the top of the tower. And I seem to have touched all of the orbs in here. I'm avoiding that fight. Bah. There's one more key thing you want.
Alright, I'm back.
There's a
We're
keys.
trying to...
I don't want to fight these fucking ghosts. Okay, apparently there's one more key thing I need to touch in here. So I touched the painting and I touched the statue on this pedestal. So that's all that was here.
And you know, and then we went back up and got the Elven Lyre, right?
Yeah, which was a bow.
Yeah. Okay.
Key as in item. Okay, so there's an item somewhere here. I don't think it's up here. So I think I tapped everything out up here.
Hmm.
This thing was mysterious, but I can't interact with it anymore.
Well, that's what turned the gargoyle on, right?
I believe so. There's nothing else up here by this statue.
There's an owl.
There's an owl and a parrot.
It's cute.
The only mysterious room so far is the bottom room, but the bottom room was like the way I came up.
I have a solution.
What is that? Oh, you're going to look up Ghoul
It's
Tower?
called Ghoul Tower. Which is not in this wiki. How about that?
Ooh. Yeah, the facts weren't very good for this game. I found more information when I was looking at stuff for the wikis.
Yeah.
Laubhol's Ghoul Tower. Okay, we're going to do an old-fashioned kill one of the ghouls and then have everybody else heal. As the ghouls aren't very threatening.
Okay. Fight a gargoyle. Elven Lyre, good. Oh, interesting. Apparently the set piece behind the Elven Lyre, it fills in as you trigger the other artifacts.
Ooh.
So the owl, the statue, and the crystal ball were all like.
So there's one
you know,
more.
Because we touched an owl statue, we touched a crystal ball, that kind of thing.
So apparently there's one more.
Yeah. Okay. So the fact says after that, go all the way down to the very first room, and enter the door in the right corner.
Okay, I can do that. What I'm doing right now, though, is because I can't go to an inn, or I might not be able to go to an inn, I'm doing the old-fashioned, just have everybody wait in front of a weak enemy, just to get Wasa back.
Oh, we might also want to fight the twin boys.
Okay. I think they're nearby.
But we want to do that after the thing by the first room.
Okay. Okay, being poisoned means that this is no longer a viable tactic. If I'm going back to the first room, maybe it'll let me leave and I can go to an inn.
That would be nice.
Okay. Just blast your ass with a firestorm.
Yeah.
Nope, Sargon's getting stuff. Didn't want to go here. Want to go to the right. But I touched the door. Twin Boy should be, like, right here. There's only one left.
So we want to leave him alone for now. We'll get back to him.
We'll come back to that boy.
Dang it.
Yeah. Going too fast, running into an enemy when you're going too fast. That's a classic SaGa 3 thing, where you're running in a zombie and he disappears.
Man, for the first, like, 4 hours that I played that game, I didn't know that formations did anything.
Because you were just
Because
constantly
I was
having formation
constantly
broke.
running. And I was constantly, like, I was always holding the run button, because why would you not? And that's how I interacted with enemies. I bumped into them, even from behind, and they would always surprise me and formation break me. Like, oh.
Okay, well, we'll clear up this tower and then call it a stream. Our last two ones have gone a little short, so if this one goes a little long, it's okay. That's how it works, right?
It will be okay. I think that's good.
So let's see if this counts as retreating and losing all progress, or can I go to an inn? That was the restaurant, that's not the inn. Okay. Now if I could find a sword shop. Lightning sword is a
water tool.
Water tool.
Sure.
Steel spear.
Nice.
That counts as a trippy weapon. I'll buy a water sword, because I have a lot of water users, and having a backup sword worth anything would be nice. I'll have to make a pilgrimage off-screen to go back to the place where I can sell things. And just really, really give it to them.
Alright, here we go.
Okay. You never use your things. You can take that. See, there we go. Ah, now it's making noise down here, and I couldn't figure out how. Oh, there's a reflection of the moonlight on the floor.
Indeed.
Okay. It's a pig.
We've fought a lot of these, actually.
Yeah, they're not terribly threatening. Yeah, these are animaghoul. Oh, I wonder if your anima goes crazy if you turn into a beast. Does that happen? Oh, I can't spend spell points. Because they're sucking my anima out.
Oh.
Oh god, we have Eleanor with us. Okay, let's fight this intelligently. Let's single target the same guy. So it's that guy. You shall be...
Can you, like, cast a spell anyway? Yeah.
Life
so just go ahead and Firestorm.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. Yeah, get him.
Fine.
I've never
Take my anima, you can have my blood. I want to see how this works. Like if she just falls over.
They're moraling her down. Well. It also did very little damage.
Oh, that's kind of gross.
Okay, these things are pretty real. Not that they just took a life point.
Worth it. I mean, if we can find a magic that does more than that.
But yeah, Firestorm isn't doing it. Wow, these things. I should be using my Beast Spear, because the Chris Dagger is not very powerful, so it's doing piddly damage. Yeah, show him my aiming. So, the game finally made being a wizard a downside.
He's still standing? What is this fight?
What is this pig made out of? Finally.
Okay. I mean, they're not that threatening, but jeez. Maybe that's good, actually. Get to, like, see big numbers come out. Beat up on some punching bags for a while.
Yeah, the power to defeat Anima. I must have it. It's Final Fantasy X. Where you beat Seymour with Shiva.
Yeah. Windmill.
Plus, Heaven and Hell and aiming's animations go well together. Might have to drink a life point on Rich. If they all ganged up on him and used the attack move now, it would do that, but they're unlikely to do that. So here's my... I think the way durability works is I get the sword till the end of the fight, and then his sword will break. Which I'm okay with.
There. These guys look significantly less impressive now that there's two of them. I have a feeling that this was not the same enemy that we were fighting before that was called Anima Ghoul.
Yeah, it's like a powered up version of the Anima Ghoul. We're getting this a lot. I did about 500
Do you think
less
it's like
damage.
more likely to stun if it's part of a duo attack?
That would make sense. I would like it if that were the case.
That'd be pretty cool.
Okay, now I'll drink a life point. Bottoms up. Got his life point. I don't know why I can do that to monsters. That's like the most confusing thing that's happened ever. Oh, I think I'm doing less damage because the weapons are broken. Well,
Huh.
use your shoot. But I gave you lightning sword for a reason. Yeah, see, it jumped up 300 or 400 damage. Oh, mind break.
Ha! The classic.
Shoot him in the
Mind
brain.
break.
We'll write it down later. So I'm never going to get into a duel with a bow user. Because I'm never going to use a bow for... Unless I get an obscenely powerful bow, and I get a bow user party member who sparks a very powerful move, I just don't think I'm going to care about bows. Windmill!
Nice. Yeah, it's all over but the screaming at this point.
Yeah. I'm really happy I went to an inn, because I would have ran out of Waza points if I hadn't.
Ha. Oh, that would have been so good. Scraping by. trying to figure out how we could best use our life points.
I saved myself
Poor,
that
poor.
entertainment by...
Yeah, well. Maybe there's like a hardcore version of this game where it's like that. Like every battle is tough and there are no random encounters. It's a lot of
Anima
chips.
Crystal. Yeah, I think that was from all of my weapons breaking.
The Anima Crystal. Okay, so now we want to fight the twin boys.
Yeah, because I got... What is Anima Crystal? Fully restores one character. Isn't that just worse than Arcstone? I guess this doesn't restore HP. SP Enhance 5 is also pretty baller. Eh.
I don't know. I don't actually know why the wiki is telling us to fight the twin boys.
I'll do it. I don't follow guides very often for these kinds of games, but when I do, I follow them all the way. And by that I mean I'm going to an end because it'll take a second. Let me just bring my ability to live back up to the maximum. That's what life points do. Although wait, didn't
Do people with more life points have like richer lives?
oh, maybe.
They have greater experiences.
The assassin boy had the fewest so far, and he had like the least interesting life because he died young. Whereas Nina had the most life points, and she lived a exciting, ripe age for an adventurer. She got to die a hero. You have to have lots of life points to die as a hero.
Yeah, yeah.
Birds!
There are birds! Oh no.
Well, I'll show these birds my secret weapon.
Oh yeah, Johann went out, like, killing. And he had the, he had that affliction where it, like, cost him a life point every round.
Yeah, because,
I think that was the game trying to teach us about life points, but
we had already
this game
learned.
is really bad at that.
My birds! Here's my secret weapon. Blam!
Okay, this is going pretty well. Oh look, we can use magic again.
Yeah.
Whammo.
Like, blast. I will show you my firestorm.
Maybe magic's kind of good.
Maybe it is. Maybe we... we found a good spell to use, and... Oh, there's more birds. Let's fight them all. And then we'll go back and look at the statue again. Fiend slave.
Oh, this might have been bad advice.
Why is that?
Well, because the follow-up to this is to go to the room that has the filigree door,
Mhm.
and sometimes there's an invisible skeleton there, and that's who we want to fight. And I saw that earlier. We ran past it. But you get to fight these enemies, and they're new and interesting.
Yeah, we haven't fought Fiend Slave yet. And I'm
We
not...
haven't fought Fiend Slave yet.
Yeah, we haven't fought... Now
do you not like
I've got
Fiend Slave?
I've got fully stocked swords, so... I have no quandary at all about just burning down some monsters. Okay, it seems like Heaven and Hell and aiming is specifically a combo. I didn't know if it was like random moves that could just combo together, or if Like,
Well,
you,
we do have like a big long list of that, right?
yeah, we do. These guys are real. How real
They don't
are
instantly
they?
die to Eleanor using a move.
And they do okay damage to us as well. Like, Julie is knocked down right now. Or taking a knee right now, rather. Dead. Okay, so we don't have to fight the birds. There's still a bird out there.
Probably not.
Oh shit. Okay, I didn't have a choice to fight that bird. That bird had decided it wanted to kill us.
The killing.
Okay, this fight's easier though.
Ampusa.
And Ghoul. Maybe aiming just combos with a lot of stuff. Zorch.
And wiped out. Not bad.
So there's a skeleton by the filigree door? If that's the door I think they mean. Oh, there's just more birds coming. The filigree door is this one, right?
Birds, I think.
Now, do they mean behind it or...
No. It was like, he was in the middle of the room here.
He's sometimes in here.
Sometimes appears. So we could, like, leave and re-enter, or, like, leave and re-enter through different doors. And he'll be in the middle of the room.
So that'd be by the door.
Walk around in the room.
Maybe if I...
Let's try coming from above.
Or if I
think...
Two screens away. That old logic.
Oh yeah, the two screens.
It was a pretty quick screen. Or if I... Shit. I just want to try entering from the filigree door. So what's the appeal of fighting this invisible skeleton?
You get a thing.
Okay. I like things.
There's a treasure behind it.
Well, you know how I love treasure. I would like this a lot more if the skeleton was always there, but always very invisible. I like stupid secrets, but I don't like... The worst is in Final Fantasy XII, when you have like chests that have like a 12% chance of spawning that have in-game equipment in it. That game loves that shit. Like, not even just the Zodiac Spear, which is the dumbest thing in all of video games, but... This is certainly the fastest way to do this.
I think the part that's bothering me about this is...
You've seen it before.
I saw it.
Yeah.
I already saw it. So I know it can be there. I just don't know what causes it or how we could induce it to appear. And even the guide I'm reading says it appears very rarely.
I got attacked by a butler.
Well, that's new and interesting.
It's just some ghouls.
Maybe I'll look at the wiki. Maybe it has something to say.
That's what I think of that fight. Eleanor's flame. I got their hat. I took their hat.
Okay. That's pretty good.
I'm going to immediately throw it away.
This is a fan wiki. Doesn't seem to have what I need.
Okay.
Okay, this is more promising. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we did the demon grass. Man, this information is bad.
I think I remember that skeleton. It like popped out of a thing, didn't it?
Yeah.
That might mean I have to trigger the skeleton to happen. Wait a second. This guy... Okay, he only fights if you talk to him. What kind of treasure are we talking about? It's not
Okay.
exciting.
The thing, I don't mind saying this. It's a sword.
Mm-hmm.
This is a steel sword called the Cinder Forge sword.
That sounds really cool.
Yeah, it's attack power 70. So
That's over 3 times more powerful than any sword I've encountered so far.
yeah, like boy howdy.
I want to make a savey save. I'm going to go to the top of the tower and see what's there, now that we've completed it.
Maybe if I'll try to find better information about how to encounter this. Because this is just like, oh, go here, do whatever. And it's like, come on.
Is that the only thing I'm missing, Tangled String? Is the Cinder Sword? Because I touched the moon.
I think that's the only thing we're missing. But because it like the boss that we're talking about is apparently no joke. Okay, hold on. In this room, with the owl tree thing, talk to the map. Let's see if anything happens there. I think we want to fight this.
Alright. Whoa. It's like eating a Majora's Mask. Bad apples. Well, let's see what they think of my firestorm.
God, I hate this so much. Like, I can't even get the information that I want by cheating.
Yeah.
Right?
Which means I might just off-screen see like how many times it takes me to make the guy happen, and when he happens I'll just have that be the save I load up next week. I don't mind doing that kind of shit. Okay, I fought that guy. Okay,
yeah, from another source, it says, occasionally you'll see a skeleton floating around the room. And it's this room.
Occasionally.
Yeah.
Well.
Like, no one seems to know what the fuck. I hate it. How is there not accurate information about this video game? It's been out for forever.
Well, this is not a game with a very large following.
I guess.
I think we're going to call it here. And next time, I promise to have the skeleton, and we'll fight the skeleton one, and we'll get my very powerful sword.
Okay.
But for now,
we're ready for a pretty serious fight, actually.
Yeah, I like.
They recommend having like anti-petrify technology, and if we can have someone with recovery breath, that would be good.
Let me look at my item. I think I have an anti-petrify. Yeah, I've got no petrify on Rich.
Oh, okay. Well, that'll help.
Do I have any?
Well, if you could put like recovery breath on him,
yeah,
then I think you're covered then. I mean, you're not using like sonic burner.
Yeah, I could
right?
take that off and then put on like recovery breath. She can definitely use. I don't know if that works on it, but hey, I can also try out Reviva.
Yeah, we tried that before and we didn't know if it worked.
We didn't know because we were just too good. So that's going to be it for now. Thanks, Kaz, for staying an extra half hour.
Yeah, no problem.
This is a baffling dungeon, which I guess a dungeon should be. I have to get some work done.
This is extra dungeon. I think like this optional extra thing is allowed to be even more baffling than the regular game.
Yeah. So thanks Birdhead for resubbing earlier. I'm going to try to stream more since everybody's locked inside. I've been busy with schoolwork, but that's going to be it for now. Thanks everybody. Good night.
Good night.